we saw last game, again, make around a top 5 position based on the fact that they just have that one player always up somewhere, getting that last point of the game, pushing them over the top.
Yeah, I personally would have loved to have seen Protege regrouped up there with later in the quarry, but yeah. I mean, unfortunately, we've seen this team do so much damage as 2, with just 2 members remaining. So that's the one thing for me is a bit disappointed about the last. But if your bad games are going out, you know, 3rd or 4th with a sack of kills, there's nothing wrong with that.
So this playing path cutting right through the middle of the map, and we'll see where the circle goes this time around. Ghost has got to make something happen.
They do?
Drassel, all the guys on Ghost. Trimsy's always smiling, but there's just a little bit of strain behind the smile now as the time's over.
I mean,
they needed like crazy victories.
You've got to come away from last game and say, look, that was, you know, that was a game we could have made something happen. And again, a really unfortunate team fight with SSG down on the southwest side of the circle in the previous game.
But that was their zone.
It was their zone. They had free pick. They could have scouted their way in further. But I mean,
my critique has been Ghost seems to struggle when the circle's not in their favor.
Yeah.
And that time the circle was 100% in their favor. It still didn't work out. So.
Yeah. But again, they went out early and they didn't have a massive kill stack. This one going way up to the northeast corner here. Typically, actually, SSG's drop spot up in the top corner here to the east of Lazarus. But you can already see a member of Lazarus seeing that circle already in a vehicle. Yeah, I'm taking Crossroads.
Let's have a bet here, Hypock. Now, this is not a dig, but this is just how Endemic plays. How long is it going to take Endemic to come out of Paradise Resort? I'm going to say 16 minutes.
So when you preface something with, this isn't a dig.
Okay,
and then it's
all right, let's be real. All right, Endemic doesn't like to move a whole lot in the early game.
No.
How long is it going to take them to come out of Paradise? I'm calling 16 minutes.
Okay.
All right.
I'll go with
13. Can play along at home,
I'll
chat.
go with 13.
You can play along at home if you want. Audience, you know, we get you some notepads or something. We can play this game as well. We're gonna get a bingo spreadsheet. It's gonna be great.
Coming up.
But this is a great circle for Envy as well as Rumblers and Lazarus, who now just need to come a little bit further north. However, it's gonna be harder for these guys, especially Envy, with that nice center position and the compound holds, to get those pivotal early game and mid game kills.
But this is one thing again, and Lazarus is wide split when they drop for this loot location up on the north side of the island. I don't want to see them get punished here. Luke going over and taking Crossroads, great early move, but again, they're not going to be in a position where they can execute this edge strat. So I want to see them regroup and then take control of the compound surrounding that area.
To be fair, the Paradise Resort gives you a lot of vision, especially when Endemic likes to play up on the rooftops, and they can third party get that vision. So it's not a necessity that they should come out. It's just that they need to play off that position in an active way, which can be kind of difficult.
But on the flip side of that, where the most teams are going to come in from, which is the southwest side of this circle, that's the easiest spot to push Paradise. Yeah. That's the easiest way into Paradise. It's very difficult to come in the north side of Paradise, but this southwest side gives so many options for teams to come in, and that would be the worst thing for Endemic to allow somebody to come into that spot if they're going to stay there. What is this?
Sonics have crashed off their side. They normally loot in the northwest side, and now they've come all the way into Genesis's boot camp compound. But again, because Genesis is so quick at looting,
3 minutes 30.
3.5 minutes, they're out of here already. So Sonics maybe looking to set a trap or try and crash on a Genesis, make something happen, but they're already gone. And here comes Tempo. They're in the vehicle. Zampa, upset with the whole strategy of putting everyone in one vehicle, has opted for the scooter.
I mean, it's great off-road, right?
Oh, terrific.
It probably goes a whole 6 miles an hour quicker off-road than the vehicles, so...
Not to mention their literal death traps.
Tempo manages to get themselves a decent spot in the circle, and again, you've got to ask if teams like Zenith and Rumblers are slow to the mark here, and Rumblers really haven't moved from their loot spot, but Tempo, you know, 4 minutes in now, they've come the furthest of any team. They come all the way from Painan up to this spot.
Heavyweight matchup boiling here as Lazarus, they don't have Luke with them. Luke is center position, so they have Civ, Kurt, as well as Alo, and Genesis is running straight towards them. This is going to be...
Genesis have no idea as well.
And it's a difficult cross once they get into that road. There's no cover. Alo is calling it as well. And now this is going to be huge. Oh, beautiful shots. Alo, he hits one, he hits two, and a third as well as Nerf will go down. The trap has been sprung. And now it's going to be Genesis on the back foot. They do have their whole team with them. Alo continuing to pour on damage.
Yeah, that was so good as well. Waiting that long, so obviously wait for Nerf to get away from the tree, make sure he's completely out in the open, exposed to take that knock. So completely putting Genesis on the back foot here.
Rafi very low health, H1 hitting the med, K-Mine in the back line. Nerf, unfortunately, the closest man to the action. The smokes are down, just trying to evade that damage. H1 putting more actually back onto Lazarus. Nice angle and a quick flush. 1 point going to Genesis, Purdy going down quick.
Civ down to 1 HP as well, so he's in no position to help Alo if he takes any damage. He's stuck onto this rock now, and I think actually Genesis have swung this completely back in their favor.
Setting this trap with only 3 people there against a team like Genesis, it's tough, man. They didn't actually get a kill for it yet, so right now Genesis does have the advantage. And now Alo looking for another angle. You can see just the barrel of the guns in the windows. But Luke has not moved to help. They need to decide now, do we stick here and try and get these points, or do we retreat to circle position?
I mean, Genesis, they must assume that Genesis is going to get the res off there, so it's then going to get into a position. H1 actually in the kill feed, meanwhile, getting the knock and flush onto Uncivil, so...
Alo's out. He's in the vehicle. He's backing away. Not the game for Lazarus.
You've got to assume that Genesis are going to get that res off, so unless you're going to force the issue and take that team fight, you lose the benefit of time.
Yep, and that's up to, unfortunately, for the IGL to call, and they stayed around just long enough to lose 2 players for nothing, so... They'll have to play this game out as 2, but they do have the position to maybe just wait for this circle, as they have to hope it comes a little further north.
Moses, look at the south side outside the circle.
No. Look at what's happening.
We talked about Ghost springing traps and picking up some kill points, but I mean, this is a big investment from Ghost here to sit this far out and wait for these kills.
And, you know, taking out a lower place team than you is great, but if this is a loss, it's disastrous.
Yes, yeah.
So we'll see what happens. The zone is here. If they're in their vehicles, they're going to
hear this up. They're going to hear this.
Oh, absolutely. Now, here comes...
They just need to position. I mean, SSG looking like they're going to wrap away, but Vegas and Drassel probably going to get a line of sight onto this buggy.
Nice opening spray, trying to get him down. They can't do it. This is all on the line. Ghost need these points. Whoa! What are you doing? Oh, my God. That buggy went up in the air so high, and now Ghost and SSG are going to have to get into it. J-Sank is still in their vehicles. Baja is trying to get some Tony Hawk Pro score here, as that was absolutely insane.
I have never seen anybody bust a kickflip in PUBG.
No doubt.
In a buggy of all vehicles.
That was
the slowest moving thing.
I can already hear the track of the theme songs of Tony Hawk start to play in my head. But
again, depending on the circle shift, this is a huge
They're
impact.
so far from the zone. Oh, my God.
Vegas is going down. He's going to get knocked to the boot here. He hasn't got time to stick that.
Oh, no. And this is...
Has he?
No, he didn't. He couldn't get it. So that's Vegas going down to the zone. They're going to have to stick the res, hit the bandage, and now this is going to put the brakes on the whole thing. SSG is going to see this, and this... Look at Loki. Loki is coming down south as well.
Oh, my God.
It's a clown fiesta, as we like to call it here in the business. That's
the technical term.
That is the technical term in this situation, and Ghost is... Well, it's a microcosm of Ghost's entire phase, unfortunately, at this stage. But man, that does not feel good. You hate to see it, Hypoc.
What just happened there? They had a smoke down on Vegas. I thought somebody went for the res. I mean, I guess they were anticipating the push from SSG, but to invest this much and then end up finishing your teammate has got to leave a sour taste in your mouth.
All right, Obs, let's do them a favor. Let's maybe check back in a little bit.
Low-key.
Oh, no, Loki is there as well. Oh, my God. What absolute cluster down here on the southern side. As everyone else on the northern side, they're behaving normally.
Yeah.
They're just having a good time. Endemics in Paradise making burgers.
I can't believe that. And that's the thing. Now they're in a position where we're going to see them just... they haven't got the time to stop and scout for the next circle. Next one, you can already see it's 10 seconds on the clock. So once they get in, they have to commit to something.
SSG has decided to actually just leave the map. They're just going to go out down to Kampong.
They're going for a boat. They're going for a boat.
Wait for the Carnival Cruise Line to come back. So now Ghost has got to make a mad dash straight through. As
I mean, they've got a fairly clear path, but look at the next circle here. You've got to assume Riot Squad are going to come over to this compound at the crossroads. That's going to force Ghost, obviously, further up towards this hill, but come next circle, unless they get a really, really good shift for them, they're going to have to literally repeat the same process. They're going to have to send it blind. They're not going to have time to scout something.
Well, they're going to come into the zone, so they did only lose 1 player, so Ghost can turn it around eventually. ... Yeah.
Ghost can turn it around ...
Yes. Lots of potential ways to end that sentence. Now, here's Endemic. They're still in Paradise. Where are we at? Almost 10 minutes. As
I still got 3 minutes, 15 seconds.
Okay, fair enough. It's like Price is Right. You only win if you stay under. So for Crispier, It's going to be...
But again, what did I say? The worst thing that Endemic can do can allow a team to get in, and look at the minimap. They've allowed 2 teams to get into Paradise.
There's a lot of rooms in Paradise. You know, there's room for everybody.
But it's a horrible place to team fight.
Oh, no, I'm aware of that. I'm just saying that if you want to stay
and
there...
with Rello and Wolf over on the north side as well, they're not in a position to back this up.
So, actually, SSG is going to come all the way right and north to try and get around the zone. Finna got a line onto one. He's going to try and get it. There he is. He's going to get something down and the quick flush. So that's something. And Endemic starting in Paradise and now being killed in Paradise. What can you say? As United, they've also come in. And
not a lot. Not a lot.
So now for Vanquish and United, this is very complicated. There's a lot of teams in this very tight area. And just speaking about Paradise as a spot to fight, there's so many angles, up, down. You can have people on the rooftops, hiding on the branches, everything.
Oh, no,
SSG. They get 2 players down very quickly. Baja has to jump out, head toward J-Sank. Did we lose Valiant already? I guess we must have. As
Valiant went down to Loki earlier on, so
yeah.
It's literally Baja's last up right now.
So Baja's got all of Zenith bearing down on him. The circle is shifted once again. And is it relatively, I guess, centered up? Yeah, it's basically dead center. All the water is out of the zone. And for SSG, it's just been more of the same, unfortunately. They did get held out by Ghost, but has not been their phase at all. As Walt's on the rooftops. Kendo and Roth looking for the double peek. Walt might just jump down and hit him like a Goomba here.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Surprise. Baja is going to get traded as Kendo will get rezzed. And SSG down 16th place. And you know what? I've been watching SSG every game, and the body language of the team is just kind of showing that's defeated. They just turn around, they look at the screen, no talking, no, hey, let's get this thing going, nothing. They just turn around, look at the screen, don't say a word to each other. So I have to say, mentality of that team has got to be a big problem now.
No comment.
Fair enough. As Riot Squad checking in with them, Player One Esports right in front of them. And for Vanquish, man, this whole Paradise area, if this circle continues to come north, Hypoc, it's going to be a disaster.
It is, but I mean, it's actually surprising to see. Actually, Loki pushing it all the way up. I'm not sure. Obviously, they're going to be aware. They got the kill onto Valier, rotating late in from blue. So they're going to be aware once they sit in the kill feed that it was Zenith that wiped SSG ultimately. They know that they've got to be over here somewhere. I'm not sure if they heard the shots, but they positioned Chubba Bubba outside of the circle here. I really hate saying Chubba Bubba fastly. But they positioned Chubba in such a way that he can hold down this edge and ultimately feed info. He doesn't need to shoot at them, but wow, Bale.
This is,
you can tell Bale's been, that's a little pub move.
Oh, no,
right there.
Bale is the pub master. Like, you know, I'm surprised they're not doing run boosts and stuff at this stage. Finna continuing to just creep around in Paradise as they are literally climbing like monkeys, trying to get up and it's like they're going to steal your drinks if you're not careful. So so for United, they're climbing the walls. Here's everyone's got this all these gymnasts, and we never even knew.
See, why do people hate Sanhok? Look at that.
He just jump around.
Run around and jump on stuff.
He might look big, but he's quite agile, close HD. Patron also walking around. What are you going to vault onto? I wonder if this is the patch you can still sit in the tree around boot camp. There's a great spot around boot camp. You can jump off a rock into a literal tree. I'll have to teach these pros a thing or two. They haven't been listening to my strats. I don't know why. Just sit in a tree, dude. Easy peasy. Los and the rest of Rumblers now waiting for Zenith to make entry into the zone, and this would be big for them.
A weird split again, though, from Rumblers. They gain nothing from having Cherry down in this spot right now. And again, if you want to play Edge, I think Los actually just spotted, but Roth has an orb?
Well,
from
that's good.
Somewhere.
It's gonna, you know, it's still a single shot required to hit him in the face, but you know you got to hit those shots.
Yeah, did 81 damage to Los there as he peeked over. So
Los is upset that he's been forced off his jungle gem, and now Roth is going to continue to jump up onto the rooftops. I love this map. I don't care what anyone says.
I don't care, yeah.
So it looks like Rumblers are going to actually concede the territory and move back towards Cherry. They want to stay as 4. And here's Paradise, where we have now, I think, 4 teams all around. While we do have United and Vanquish, they've actually forced Endemic out and away. And at 14-ish minutes, I think you win this time, Hypoc.
I didn't see when Wolf left.
Fair enough.
To be fair.
Fair enough. We'll call it a tie.
Okay.
They're right next to Genesis. They've slowly made their way in, and we've continued to shift north. And now Lazarus, imagine if they had 4 up here.
Imagine if somebody came to Luke before they lost 2.
But we'll leave that up to Gunner. Well, Gunner's going to probably,
he's probably
have a chat about that later on.
But again, I mean, taking center on Sanhok, you're not going to, it doesn't play to Lazarus' strengths. So again, you've got to respect it. Meanwhile, we've got Tempo pushing up onto Vanquish. Finna will get knocked by Zampa here. Maluk priming an A, throwing it over towards this rock. I think they're going to find Reno. Reno's over peaking again. Both are actually knocking Zampa down. Sharky will flush Finna out, but Taylor J coming in and getting Reno down.
Yeah, this is the E United we expected to see, where they just heard the fights. They've all flexed out, and now there's more kills coming. Riot Squad is actually on the southern side. They're stealing kills from Tempo Storm, which honestly I'm okay with at this stage. Sharky continuing to fire away. That's a beautiful spray onto Stab. Wolf going to take down Zampa. Drassel also, he's taking down Lampalot. This is all along the edges of the zone. There's just nowhere left to go now as
look
teams
at the mini
vie for position on the southern side. There are teams everywhere. Vanquish is down. Don't worry, chat. We're not going to be able to keep up here. So Rumbler is taking down Player One Esports, and here's that fight happening right now, Hypoc. It looks like David's been caught out.
Yeah, and actually the rest of P1E would look like Aguila and Dietrich sending it elsewhere to another compound. Aguila is going to get picked up by Luke 12 with the MK14. So, I mean, P1E now, they've got to regroup at this compound. But meanwhile, we do see Genesis take down Sonics. Not entirely sure where that went on, but Tempo now forced back into this shack on the road.
That was on the southwest there for Genesis. They did clear out their edge. Exactly what they needed to do now. Endemic have lost one player, and they're getting lots of attention. Wolf taking damage. I think that's from Tempo, or potentially even E United, as there's so many sight lines and so much fighting happening on the edge of the zone. And because of the nature of how close it is, everyone's slowed their play style down, which means we're not seeing the same type of brawling in the mid game, which has left this huge crash of players and kills happening now.
No.
At
Ghost coming up behind
Ghost
Rumblers.
has appeared out of nowhere and are just, it looks like either stealing kills or getting kills one at a time, and Ghost is starting to pick up some points. This is what they need.
Pride actually stealing one off of Ghost there onto Microfy, so Cherry the last one up for Rumblers. He's just going to have to hit the prone. Knows full well that Envy are probably going to be 4 strong, as well as Ghost coming in from this south side.
This is just crazy edge fighting. Even Envy is going towards Tempo at this stage. You can see just how nuts the edge of the zone is. United now has to come out of Paradise. The circle shifts toward Wildcard. They still have 4 strong, and they have a compound to hold.
I mean, if we can keep track of this down on the southeast side, we literally have 5 teams here. Riot Squad just coming into the circle. Cherry's hitting the prone. You can see Drassel and McCoy trying to reset after that. Cherry is right behind him. McCoy gets an open knock on the lane.
He is very visible. He is extremely visible. He's right next. He is right there, Drassel. Good God, man. Just look to your left even a little bit. Oh, my God. Well, that's the way she goes sometimes. McCoy is down. Cherry is very invisible. Oh, he's been spotted by Shrimsy. So now Envy, they're in the mix as well. They're rotating. I think they still have all 4, and they have somehow run through this entire area, picking up a single kill here and there, but 6 kills for Ghost Gaming.
I love this reposition here from Patcaps. Instead of pushing forward to try and get the third part of this fight on the edge of the zone, you can see he's taking the edge of the new zone. Right now, Patcaps in a position. He's going to get it down onto Shrimsy. That's absolutely massive. Gets the flush as well.
Beautiful. I think it's just Drassel. I think we did see Shrimsy get flushed, and Luke did steal the kill onto McCoy. So now it's only Shrimsy. Meanwhile, Tempo Storm, they've got 3 kills and 2 left standing, and they're starting to pick up more points as Sharky continues to flush people out. And Bale is just waiting to walk through the smoke where Tempo is looking at them, and so is Genesis. United, unfortunately, they spent a little bit too much time coming out of Paradise, and Balefrost is down and out to the zone. Genesis is continuing to rack up kills. Balefrost did down Nerf and actually flush him as well.
Yeah, Genesis now going to need to reset. I think H-Win's got control of a shack over there, so K-Man and probably going to come over to the side. Envy in the meanwhile still looking for Drassel. I was just saying I love this reposition here. Instead of pushing outside the zone to clear that fight up, they knew the next one was coming in 30 seconds, positioned in front of them in the new zone. You can see actually Envy swinging around and fighting Tempo Storm now.
Yeah, Envy's been extremely active. They've been moving around on foot, taking up fights, whatever they can. 6 kills. You can see the benefit of that. They still have all 4. This is a classic Envy game with Moody still up. Drassel trying to do some damage, but he's going to be held out, taken down very easily by Patcaps. 9th place position. Ghost did get a couple of kills there, but here comes the next circle. Right onto Wolf, kickstarts there. Wildcard has got terrific zone control.
They do, yeah.
But there's still so many players alive. I think they got to group up again.
And actually, Lazarus, I was just going to say, Alo looking for a knock onto Rothy. He's going to find that up on the northeast corner. Meanwhile, Taro actually spotting out Sharky over on the edge here. Sharky getting some good damage down with the M4. Acewin will find Sharky over there. So right now, this is going to open it up for Genesis to push towards Envy.
With Tempo Storm, Lazarus needs to have as good of a play. Oh, baby! K-Mine deletes Moody. And that is going to be another scope spray coming out. Perfectly placed. Oh, he's trying to get the damage. Patcaps It was well placed, but Pat Caps hit all the shots, and Pride will take down H-Win, and all of a sudden, Envy seems to have the advantage. It's up to Profi. He might have seen Pride, who's throwing smokes to try and slow him down, and Pride steps over. Profi has to prone. He can't find him, and Pride has just got him on a rope, and he's going to reel him on in as Genesis will clean up Envy.
Great recovery from Envy there. Again, it looked like things were going to fall apart for them, but K-Mine unfortunately missing that spray. Patron going for a barrel spray onto Adam. Will get it down.
The 3 times barrel. Gotta love it.
You don't see that often.
Yeah, not very often. And now Kickstart's going to step up. Can't trade, but will get down Patron. And maybe he's running. Can he save Adam? He's so close. Can't do it.
I think he was aware that Alo's over in this compound. He's just going to go for the spray as well. Kickstart getting some good damage down to Alo. He's going to have to reset into the compound.
I think we lost Luke at some point, so it's only Alo left standing. And if he can wait just a little bit longer, maybe he can secure a 3rd place position. But Wolf is doing Wolf things in the center of the zone, holding onto his shack.
Is there something you want to call him?
Shack boy?
We'll settle on that. That's fine.
I was just going to call him Wolf. Do you have another name in mind?
No,
okay,
I was
checking.
just interested.
I have no idea what you're talking about, dude. All right, yeah. Envy continuing to move through the zone, and they now have to cross the road to get to wildcard. And that's going to be a tough cross. I wonder how much utility they have left.
The other thing is the only real spot on their side of the road is obviously the shack that Wolf is in, and it doesn't provide an awful lot in terms of the next circle. If they have to go there and play 4 up, it's not great for them. Meanwhile, Wolf actually trying to pressure Envy away from his shack, so this is going to be interesting to see what Envy choose now.
Oh man, Alo is bone dry on literally everything except for a single smoke grenade. No meds left, just a smoke, and that's it. So
Pride found him.
Yeah, absolutely. So Envy is going to pick up that point. Wolf is going to take down Pat Caps, and now everything is descending. This could be big for Wolf, actually. He can get a little bit of damage and allow Wildcard to step up in 3rd party, but no, Moody will shut him down. And here comes a beautiful grenade, and just like that, the game is over. Wildcard steals it. 4 kills, 10 points, 14-point victory for Wildcard.
Again, we saw them finish strong yesterday with that last performance of the Erangel game, but Wildcard biding their time. Again, a low kill win, but you'll take them every day.
It's a good strategy. They had to wait. There was a lot going on. So much happened in around that 15 to 16 minute mark that it was very difficult for Wildcard to really choose where they wanted to go. But you can see just how happy Envy is. That was a massive game for them.
That's an absolutely huge game for Envy, and especially considering Riot Squad have kind of started today the way we've seen them play so well. Envy absolutely needs those points.
And they're going to keep it close. That battle for 3rd